It's 2025. Happy New Year. I'm recording this in January, a couple days at the beginning of the month. Just wanted to give 2024 a proper closure, right? 2024 was Geektanium.com's first full year in business. I'm just a beginner. So it'd be nice for future self to reflect on this. So I wanted to document as much as I could. If it helps anybody, great. But yeah, let's get started. Just a quick, just get out of the way. Geektanium.com and all its services pretty much raked in about 30K in gross sales. But yeah, we'll break that down. Let's see, let's get over here real quick. Get back to our usual spot, right? All right, much better. The usual spot. Basically, I was asking myself, was it worth it? One full year, January to December of working on Geektanium.com, was it worth it? I think so. And I say Geektanium.com, that's just the business side of this whole Geektanium thing. It includes eBay, includes TCG Player, and Geektanium.com. So that's the business. I mean, lumping everything together just for easier consumption. But yeah, it's across multiple platforms. So let's dive into it. So first up is TCG Player, right? Mainly for simple singles or any boxed items to offload relatively quickly that I have no interest in holding that long. That one, about $4,200, which is nothing. Okay, excuse me. I say nothing, but that's 4K, that's a lot of money. I say that in regards to the big players, the Pokeanis, the Ketchum collectibles, pretty much everybody on Whatnot these days, and even Z&G Emporium. I can name drop as many as we like, but yeah, compared to the big fish, that's very little, but I love it. I was very excited when I got my first sale on TCG Player. Across all three, they were all up and running, but TCG Player was the first one where that first, $5 came in. So that's very exciting. And over the course of the year, I definitely learned a lot. TCG Player has some pros and cons. It's obviously used as market value for most of the products out there, but I use it for singles and simple, some of these box items behind me. And I'll probably still use it in the future. As you can see, it was pretty much like 4,200 over the course of a year. I don't plan on investing too much in there. I can definitely drop some items there if it needed, but we'll see how that plays out in the future. Next up, eBay. That one was definitely a lot bigger. That one on eBay, Geektanium pretty much sells slabs and some high-end singles. Total for that was about 13,600. Super awesome. Again, these are just gross sales. No deductions or anything like that have been applied. Just easier math for me in my head. Again, you have the big players around here, but for me starting off, that is amazing. A lot of slabs, definitely a lot of slabs contributed to that number. Towards the end of the year, when this whole crazy 2024 boom started around October, around that point in time, I shifted a little bit. I stopped selling slabs on eBay that were more than $100. Let me explain. With all the eBay fees, it just didn't make sense to sell slabs over $100 on my own, given my small scale. So anything above $100, I shipped it off to Z&G Emporium. They are awesome, their fees are reasonable, and the percentage I get back is a lot more if I did it myself on eBay. So definitely learned that towards the end of the year, and because of this boom, I greatly benefited. So at least towards the end of 2024 till now, in the foreseeable future, that's the game plan. Anything under $100, I'll be selling myself on eBay. Slabs and raw cards. Anything above 100, I'll probably continue co-signing until it makes sense not to. Finally, Geektanium.com. That's the website directly when working with me. And I do want to caveat that includes a few deals here and there that were offline, basically Discord, Instagram, any type of convention I might have attended, but there weren't that many. That was just me inputting the orders manually. But most of the orders on Geektanium.com were with the buyers. Thank you so much for the support there, for trusting me this past year. That's been amazing, and I don't take it for granted. Hopefully to continue growing that trust with everybody. So with Geektanium specifically, the total gross sales comes out to about $14,000, 14,800. Again, gross sales, rounding off for easier math, but that just blows my mind that I was able to generate that many sales my first year in business, and people trust me. Thank you so much. I promise you, I've already mentioned it, but I don't take this for granted. I'm ecstatic. I know people drop 50K, 100K deals every week on Instagram or anywhere on YouTube, here on YouTube, but the fact that I was able to do this on my own, when I say my own, directly through Geektanium.com, that is awesome sign of things to get started. Hopefully I can continue it, all things going well. And I do want to add that the boom did help here again. I mentioned on ebay.com, the boom helped towards the end, or the higher end slabs. And even on my website, the boom around October, when you see the winds picking up, that's when sales through the website took off. So very exciting. Hopefully to keep it going. Definitely gotta make sure my inventory is going. I gotta double check that. But yeah, that's super exciting and awesome to see. And let's see, maybe we can open a little card while I keep talking. What I learned, obviously 2020 is hindsight is 2020. It's like I gotta really do a better job of differentiating what's a collectible and what's a product. Seems so obvious. So that's something I had to really deep dive into, because it can get really tricky when you have two pools of money, some for collection, some for sales, some for inventory. Yeah, something I learned again towards the end. Thankfully, the cash flow from the boom was very helpful in that regards. So that's one of my biggest takeaway from the year. Let's see what we got here real quick. Caterpie, Jinx, Starmie, and nothing else, of course. Yeah, that makes sense. But anyways, and another takeaway, I guess like I mentioned, the cash flow from the boom really did help. So going into 2025, opportunity costs and cash flow are the two biggest things top of mind. Dan from Catch 'em All Collectibles had a great video not too long ago on opportunity costs and the cash flow that entails. Basically, if you buy A, that means you don't have the money to buy B. And it's not that one or the other is better or worse, but it's just like you literally don't have the money because you bought something already. Super watered down explanation. His video around here somewhere does a much better job of explaining it. But those are the two things top of mind to see how I keep this going. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun for sure. So for the future of Geektanium, this will be interesting, right? The rising prices for the inventory makes it harder to sell that at a decent price. I'll do my best, do what I can. Obviously, pass along any deals that I find, but we'll see. So it got me thinking maybe I can look into other things, right? Because Geektanium is named Geeked for a reason. Do love all those geeky things, cardboard being one of them, video games, comic books, etc., right? Anime, all these things that run through my head that decorated around here somewhere. Yeah, I love all that stuff. I love this geek culture. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe Geektanium.com can start just messing around selling used video games. Maybe that's something we can look at, or something that I can look at and see how it goes from there. Yeah, but the same applies for this channel. If you're still watching this far in, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Maybe there's only so many cardboard products I can open. Maybe dive into all these geek things, this geek subculture that I love talking about. Maybe some more videos on comics, again, video games, movies, shows, etc. Just anything that I find interesting, and hopefully so do you. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Again, thank you for sticking along on hear me ramble. All right, till next time.